Hello everyone, welcome back to the classes. Today we are going to study about the last decision making and branching statement, that is switch. Switch is a very important decision making and branching statement because in board exam you will get at least one question based on switch. So you have to understand this thoroughly. And the good thing is that switch is one of the most easiest decision making statement you are going to study. So first we'll start with the syntax, few important points, then we'll write a program, and from that we're going to understand how a switch works and how to write switch based programs. So in the screen you can see that we have written the syntax of switch. Switch within bracket variable. I'll tell you what this variable means. Then within the curly bracket there is case value 1, then block, then break, case value 2, block 2, then break, and it will go on, and in the last we'll write default, block, then break, and we'll close the curly brackets. After that there is statement X. We already know about this statement X. After completion of decision making branching statement, if there are any more statements present outside, then we call that as statement X. It was present in if statement, in if else, in if else if ladder, in nested if also. So before understanding what is the meaning of the syntax, I will write a program in switch and then I will make you understand how a switch program is working and how this syntax is working. Okay, it will be very easy to understand through the help of a switch program. There are some rules and regulation in switch. The switch statement tests the value of the given variable against a list of case values. If the values matches, the particular case or block is executed. I will help you understand what does that mean. And you have to note, the most important thing to note here is switch always checks for equality. So in all the relation operator there is greater than, less than, greater than equal to, less than equal to, and equal to. Out of this 5, switch only checks for one relation, that is equal, if values are equal or not. It will not check less than, it will not check greater than, it will not check greater than equal to, it will not check less than equal to, or it will not take any logical expressions. It will only check if two values are equal or not. And all the case values need to be unique. What does that mean? Can you see case value 1, case value 2, okay, then case value 3, case value 4, there can be thousands of cases, okay. This value needs to be unique. If in value 1 we have written 1, then we cannot write 1 again here. In value 2 we cannot write 1 because we have already taken 1 as a value. The value should be unique. I will let you know with the help of an example. And the variable may be integer or single character type. You can see this switch, then in bracket variable is written. The data type of this variable can either be int or char. It cannot be string, it cannot be boolean, it cannot be double or float, okay. It always has to be int or a single character constant, that is char. So these are the few important points you need to remember. Now what I will do, we'll write a program in switch and then I will make you understand how this program is working, how to write switch programs. It is very easy, okay. It is very easy to write switch programs. So let us go to the program directly. From there we will understand the syntax and also how to write in switch. So the program is write a program to enter day number and display the day name. If you remember, you have already done this program using if. When I was teaching if, simple if, we already did this program, that is to enter the day number and display the day name. I will show you the program again which we had written in if. We will convert this if program into switch. So this is the program which we had already done using if statement. That is, you will ask the user to enter a day number between 1 to 7 and according to the number you will display. If 1 is Monday, if 2 then it is Tuesday, if 3 it is Wednesday, 4 Thursday, 5 Friday, 6 Saturday, 7 Sunday, and in case if he is giving any different number between 1 to 7, that is less than 1 or greater than 7, then we will print wrong choice. This program you have already done using simple if. Now we are going to convert the same program to switch. So in this program we are taking scanner class for input. So here we have taken the input, this part. First input statement was written because we are using scanner, then throws input mismatch exception, then the scanner line, then the print statement. You have to write a print statement before taking input using scanner class. So here in the print statement, we are asking the user to enter a value between 1 to 7. And the user gives a value which is stored in Y. So in Y, we have the value between 1 to 7. And now after the value is given, we are checking if the value is 1, or if the value is 2, or if the value is 3, or if the value is 4, or 5, or 6, or 7. For example, the user entered 4. If it is 4, then in A, Thursday will be stored. And it will print Thursday. Okay, means similarly, if he enters 7, then Sunday will be printed. If he enter 9, then wrong choice will be printed. So we have already done this program. If you don't remember this program which we had done, you can always go back and check the videos. It is already present. I have already explained you. So now what we are going to do, we are going to convert this program into switch. So what is the syntax of switch? Switch variable. So what is this variable? This is the variable where we are taking the choice. Where we are taking the choice. Choice means you are entering a choice between 1 to 7. Whatever the choice users enter, according to that you will print. So the choice variable, this variable is called the choice variable. So switch is generally used in programs where you will have some choice. For example, there is a program, another program for example, I will tell you, there are 3 things in the table, but you can eat only one. That is, there is a pastry, there is chocolate, and there is ice cream. And you are asked that what you want out of these 3. So you have some choices. So choices type of programs, this choice type of programs from where you have to choose one. In that program, you are going to use switch. Switch is generally used in those type of programs where a choice is involved. So all the choice based programs will be done using switch. You cannot do all the programs using switch. Only the choice based programs are going to be done using switch. Okay. So in a board exam, it will be clearly mentioned that do this program using switch. So here the variable means the variable in which you are entering the choice. So in this program, in which variable we are entering our choice? In the variable Y. So here switch and the variable means we are talking about the variable Y. So here we'll write switch and with the variable, and here the variable is Y, the choice variable. Then curly brackets. Then the curly brackets, and within the curly brackets you can see there is cases. Case 1, case 2, case 3, case 4, case 5. It depends how many cases are there. And at the end default is there. I will tell you what this default means. Okay. So case value 1 colon block then break. Case value 1. What is this value 1? Okay. Here you can see there are if statements. There are how many if statements? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Leave this for now. Leave this if statement for now because it is something different. It is for wrong choice. Leave this now. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 if statement. Each if statement is one case. Case means if the case is 1, means the first case. That is if the value is 1. This is the first case. If value is 2, this is the second case. If value is 3, this is the third case. Cases means here situations. So if it is 1, you will print Monday. That is one situation. If it is 2, you will print Tuesday. That is second situation. If it is 3, you will print Wednesday. It is third situation. So there are total 7 situations in this program. 7 situations means we will have 7 cases, or 7 if statement means we will have 7 cases. So case, then here it is written value 1 means we are talking about this value. In the first if, can you see Y is the choice variable and 1 is the value. We will be writing this value here, case 1 colon. Then block means we are talking about the if block. Whatever is inside the if block, just write it down. So in the if block we have A equal to Monday. After that write break. After everything is done, write break. So here what we are going to do, we are going to convert this if statement into different cases. The first if statement is done. Now we'll convert the second if statement into case. So instead of if, write case. Y is already written within switch, so delete this. See, equality, here we are checking about equality. I have already told you that switch will only check for equality, so it automatically checks for equality, so you don't need this one. Don't give brackets. What is left? The value is left. So case value 2. Then what is inside the block? Right here, and then write break. So remember, it is compulsory to write break after end of each case. So case 1 ends here, write break. Case 2 ends here, write break. Okay. Similarly, we'll write case 3, case 4, case 5, case 6 and case 7. So there are total 7 cases because there were total 7 if. So now we'll just correct these statements. This is Wednesday. Done. We have written all the cases. Case 1 means nothing but the first if statement. Case 2 means nothing but the second if statement. Case 3 is the third if statement. Case 4 is the fourth, fifth, sixth and seventh. So what about this if statement that is left for wrong choice? This is nothing but the default. This is nothing but default. So what does default means? If all the cases are false, means if the user enters value less than 1 or greater than 7, then nothing is going to match because there is no cases with value less than 1 or greater than 7. Then automatically it will come to default. Means it will come to default and it will store wrong choice. And then we'll write a break. Done. This is what the syntax looks like. Case value 1 block break. Case value 1 block break. Then case value 2 block 2 break. Case value 2 block 2 break. Remember, block, this is called the block. A block may contain more than one statement. Here in this case we have only one statement, but a block can contain infinite number of statements. It depends on the program. In this case we need one, but in different programs we need more than one. Okay, so we'll get to know when we'll be doing more switch related questions. So after everything is done, this is the processing part, we'll print our final answer. So we did what? We converted the already existing if program into switch program. But remember, this is possible when we are checking for equality and where choice is present. All the choice based programs we can also do using switch. We can also do using if, but choice based programs it is better to do using switch. Okay, so now let us understand how this program is going to work. First we'll run it in BlueJ to see if we are getting the right answers. Then I will run it manually to explain you. So it is asking enter a value between 1 to 7. Let us enter 4. 4 means it should print Thursday. It is printing Thursday. Nice. Enter 7. It should print Sunday. It is printing Sunday. Let us enter -1. So it is not between 1 to 7. It is a wrong choice. So see, it is printing wrong choice. So our program is correct. Now let us understand how this program is working. So we are asking the user for a number between 1 to 7. In Y, for example, the user entered 4. Means we know that the answer should be Thursday. Let us check how we are getting Thursday. So switch Y. So in Y we have 4. Okay. Now it will come inside and it will check case 1. So what happens here? When it comes to case 1, it will check if the value 1 is equal to the value present in Y. Means if 1 equal to Y. What is Y? 4. That is, it is checking if 1 is equal to 4. Is 1 equal to 4? false. False means this case will not get executed and it will go to the next case. This case will not get executed means it will not execute what is present inside the case 1, that is a equal to Monday and break. These things are not going to be executed, but it will jump to the next case, that is case 2. So in case 2, again it will check if 2 is equal to the value present in y, that is 4. Is 2 equal to 4? False. So case 2 is not going to be executed. Then 3 equal to 4? False. It will not get executed. Then 4 equal to 4? True. 4 is equal to 4. True means it will go inside. So when it goes inside, we have written a equal to Thursday. So in the variable a, Thursday will be stored. Then break is written. So what is break? Break is called a jumping statement. It is a predefined statement. So it is a jumping statement. When break is executed, it will jump out of the switch. So this whole thing is the switch. So when break is executed, it is going to jump outside the switch, means here. It will jump here directly. And it will print the value of A. It will print the value of A. What is present in A? Thursday is present in A. So it will print Thursday. Understood? For example, this time the value of y is 7. So you got 7 in y. 1 equal to 7, false. 2 equal to 7, false. 3 equal to 7, false. 4 equal to 7, false. 5 equal to 7, false. 6 equal to 7, false. 7 equal to 7, true. True means it will go inside. So in A, Sunday will be stored. In A, Sunday will be stored. Then break is written. Break means it will come outside switch here. And it will print the value of A, that is Sunday. Clear? Okay. So now next, if the value of y is 0. So 0 equal to 1, no, 0 equal to 2, 0 equal to 3, 0 equal to 4, 0 equal to 5, 0 equal to 6, 0 equal to 7. In all 7 cases, it is going to be false. If all the cases are false, then automatically it will go to default. And inside default, you have written A equal to wrong choice. Break is written. Break means it will come out of the switch statement and it will print the value of A, that is wrong choice. Understood how switch is working? So switch is very simple. It is not that difficult. And these types of programs are done when it is a choice based question. And these choice based questions are known as a menu driven program. So before entering the choice, here you are telling enter value between 1 to 7. This is called a menu. So you can also expand this menu by printing system.out.println. You should write like this: 1 for Monday. So that user know that if he enters 1, it is talking about Monday. Similarly, you will write for all other days. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay. So this whole part is called a menu. And if there is a menu present in a program, then we call it as a menu driven program. And all the menu driven programs are done using switch. The programs can also be done using if, but menu driven programs are generally done using switch. So if ever you get a menu driven program and if it is asked to do in switch, it is compulsory to do in switch. Even if it is not asked, I would like you to do that program using switch. So we'll be doing many more menu driven programs in the future. Okay, understood? So now we are going to do an output program based on switch, and here we are going to understand another important concept of switch, which comes as short question and also output based question in your board exam. So let us solve this output. So here this is a switched case question, and there are 4 bits. First you have to take a value of 65, then 68, then 90, and then 75. Okay. So let us solve this output first taking the value as 65. So we have a equal to 65. So char ch equal to char of a. So here what we are doing? We are doing typecasting. We are converting the ASCII value, that is the integer value 65, which is nothing but the ASCII value, to its character form, that is nothing but capital A. So in CH we have capital A, and we have Z equal to 5. We have Z equal to 5, and we're printing the value of CH. What is the value of CH? A. We are printing A. And now we are checking switch CH. What is CH? Capital A. So if you remember, I have already told you the rules that the value of this variable, that is the choice variable, this is called as the choice variable, can either be integer or single character constant. In the previous program, that is to enter day number and print the day name, we took integer values. In this output program, we are taking single character value. Except these two, that is integer and single character, we cannot take anything else. That is, we cannot take string, we cannot take boolean, we cannot take real numbers. Okay, every time you have to remember that you have to take either integer or single character values as per the program. Okay, so here the value of CH is capital A, and now you are checking, is capital A equal to capital A? True. True means it will go inside and it will print high. It will print high. Remember, A is already printed. Then break. Break means it will come out of switch and it will print the value of Z. What is the value of Z? Z is 5. So it will print 5. So answer is A high 5 for bit number 1. Let us solve for bit number 2. In bit number 2, we have value of A as 68. Value of A is 68. So what is the character of 68? It is capital D. It is capital D. And Z is 5. Printing CH means it will print capital D. Now we'll check in CH D is there. D equal to a false. D equal to D, true. True means it will print I. It will print I. Z equal to 5. Z value is already 5. Again it will become 5 only. Then can you see I have not written break here? I have not written break here. So is this an error? Is this a mistake in syntax? Let us check. If you compile, it will show you syntax error. It is saying there is no syntax error. So what is this? This is called fall through. This is called fall through. So what is fall through? In case a break is absent in a particular case, the cursor will move to the next case automatically. And it will continue to do so, till a break statement is executed or end of switch. Till a break statement is executed or end of switch. Please write this definition. Okay, pause the video, recap it and write this definition. So since your break is not present, what will happen? It will go to the next case, that is case number E, automatically. It will go to the next case automatically. It will not check if D is equal to E. It is not going to check. From here it will come to the next print statement automatically. So what it will print? It will print never. So it came here, it changed the value of z to 5. Since there is no break statement, it will come to this statement, that is, it will print never. Then it will come here, z equal to 10. Z value will become 10. Then again you can see break is not present. Again it will go to the next case and it will print go to school. Go to school. Then z equal to 15. Then z equal to 15. And now you can see break is present. So if break is present, if break is executed, it will go out of switch. And it will print the value of z, that is 15. So in case there is no break statement in these three cases also, everything will be executed and it will come out of the switch statement. Okay. So it will only stop when break statement is executed. So this concept is known as fall through. If break statement not present, it will go to the next case automatically. And it will continue to do so till a break statement is executed or it is the end of switch. And this concept is called fall through. Fall through is a very important concept. It will be given as a part of output like this or as a definition. And you have to give example. This is an example of fall through. It is very important. You have to remember fall through. Okay. Now let us solve the third bit. A value is 90. 90 means it is nothing but capital Z and Z value is 5. So now it will print capital Z and it will check if Z is equal to A, false, Z equal to D, false, Z equal to E, false, Z equal to F, false, Z equal to Z, false. Why? This is capital Z present in CH, this is small z. And in Java, capital Z and small z are different. That is, capital letters are different from small letters. So again, this is false. If all the cases are false, what will happen? It will go to default. And in default, you are printing no more output programs. No more output programs. Then break is executed, it will come out and it will print the value of Z, that is 5. Understood? Now let us solve the next one. The value is 75 means capital K. So it will print capital K first. Then since there is no capital K in any of the cases, it will come to default. So it will print no more output programs. Then break statement will be executed, it will come out and it will print the value of Z, that is 5. So let us check if our outputs are correct. So first is 65, A high 5. 68, D I never go to school 15. 90, Z no more output programs 5. And 75, K no more output programs 5. So all the outputs are correct. So this completes switch and all of the decision making and branching statement present in Java. In the next class, we are going to do programs based on this decision making and branching statements. So before moving into programs in the next class, there are two more things which I am going to discuss today only in this video. That is difference between simple if and if else if ladder and if and switch. So first is if and if else if ladder. So what is the main difference between if and if else if ladder? So assume that there are 5 if statements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 if statements. You already know how to convert if to if else if ladder. Okay. So there are total 5 if statements. And the second if statement is true. So you check for the first one, it is false. Second one, becomes true, then what will happen? Will it ignore all the 3 ifs after that? Because it is already true. You know that out of these 5, only one if statement is going to be true. So after this becomes true, what happens? Again, it will go on checking this one, and this one. That doesn't happen in if-else-if ladder. So in if-else-if ladder, if this becomes true, the second one becomes true, it is not going to execute the rest of the if statements. It is not going to execute the rest of the if statement. So this is the advantage of if-else-if ladder over if, simple if. The advantage of if-else-if ladder over simple if. So in if, all the if statements are going to be executed. All the if statements are going to be executed even if one of the if is true. Okay, even if one of the if is true, it is going to execute all the if statement. Here, if one of the case, means one of the situation, or one of the if becomes true, if one of the case is true, then it will come out of the ladder. If one of the case, or if one of the if statement is true, it will come out of the ladder. Understood? Similarly, we can compare if and switch. Similarly, we can compare if and switch. First thing is, we can check for all relational and logical expressions. So you can check for all relational and logical expression in your test expression. In switch, we can check only equality, that is double equal to thing. We can check only equality. So switch can be used only when you are checking if two values are equal or not. But in if, we can check less than, greater than, less than equal to, greater than equal to, and or, nor. This can also be used. Second thing, you can take all primitive values. You can take all primitive values, that is Boolean, integers, real, single characters, and check the values. But here you can take only integer and single character. You can take only integer and single character. And the last difference is the same as if-else-if ladder. All ifs are executed if one case is true, it will come out of switch. If one case is true, same as if-else-if ladder, if it is true, it will come out. Similarly here also. But in if, it is going to execute all even if statement is true. Okay, understood? The three differences or comparison between if and switch, and one comparison between if and if-else-if ladder. So these are going to be part of your theory exam. Understood? Clear? So this much for today. In next class, we are going to do some programs. Till then, have a nice day. Thank you.